Okay, our third one we're doing is copying an angle, right? Let's notice the steps before we try it on our own. The steps are first to draw a segment, then you draw arcs, then you draw more arcs, and then you draw a ray. That's not super helpful, so let's try as we go here. So look at this angle down here. Everybody, your first step was to draw a segment, and I'm going to put a point. Draw a segment, put a point. Okay? So everybody down here at the bottom, near that angle, let's go ahead and do that. So everybody just drew a segment and put a point on it, right? Okay? So your second step, it says, is to draw arcs. Okay? Now, let me tell you, second step, the size doesn't matter. It can be anything. So size doesn't matter on this one, but they need to match on both. So here's what I mean. I'm going to take my compass, I'll use this one, and I'll pick that. It doesn't matter what size it is. I'm just going to start making an arc, go through the angle, and I'm going to take the exact same thing over to this point and make a big old arc. Okay? Does everyone see what I did? I picked some arc, marked it, and then I made the same arc over here. So these arcs on step 2 have to be the same, whatever size you want. Now step 3 is where people get lost. So everyone's listening to step 3. Step 3, you are going to measure. Okay, we're going to measure from here to here using our compass. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. You're going to move your compass. You're not going to keep it the same anymore. You're going to put your pointy part right here and your pencil right here. You are measuring this length right here. Okay, is everyone doing this? Once you have measured that, you're going to take it not here, you're going to put it right here, that new intersection. Okay, so watch my compass. It's going from here to here. And I'm going to make a new arc. Once again, I measured this, I marked it here. I measured this, I marked it here. If you can follow that, then you'll notice there's a new intersection point right there. And if you put a segment through that intersection point and the original point, you will have a copy of the angle that you started off with. These look mighty congruent. Okay? On number 1 on the back, again, you first draw this segment, you put a point there, and like we said, you're going to take whatever size you want and make an arc. Okay, so whatever you want, make that arc. But that same exact arc needs to be over here as well. So you put the 2 arcs that match. Okay, so again, I marked this, and here's the tricky part. I need to measure from here to here now. You're going to change your compass to measure from here to here. Following along. And then once I got that, I go over to this intersection and I make a mark. I move this to there. This to there. And then I can... It shouldn't be. So I'll come and check yours in a minute here. But if you draw a line through it, it should make the same angle. So even on number 2, you're going to make a straight segment first. Put a point. Make whatever arc you want on both. Make sure that looks good. Okay. Same thing over here. Make sure it's a big arc. If you don't do a big arc, it may not be what you want. Okay, so now I measure from intersection to intersection, and then I come over here, and I make that mark. So I can connect my OG point through the new intersection point, and those are both obtuse angles, looking nice. And then last but not least, number 3, I'm going to draw my segment, put a point. This is going to kind of mirror image here. I'm going to make some kind of arc, and make the same kind of arc over here. Measure from intersection to intersection, and then come over here to this intersection and make a mark. Once I make that mark, then I can connect that new intersection with the original point, and those two angles should be, and they are, equal. They're congruent in their shape, equal in their measurement.